was 1 week after my 40th birthday, and I had run a 5K race that morning, which is certainly not unusual for me because I am a runner. And so I thought nothing of it. It was just a typical Saturday afternoon. I felt fine during the race, and when I got home, I started to have chest pains. And I assumed that they were esophageal spasms because I had had those before. And so the pain started right in the center of my chest, and I waited for it to pass, but it didn't pass. It started to spread. It spread all the way around through my back, up through my neck, and into my jaw, which was excruciating. Being a 40-year-old woman who was in good shape with no cardiac history whatsoever, I thought, well, I couldn't possibly be having a heart attack, so of course I had to Google my symptoms because that's what everybody does. And the website that came up was the Mayo Clinic, and it listed every single one of the symptoms that I was having. So at that point I felt, okay, we need to do something about this. And they loaded me into the ambulance, and at that point the paramedic started the MI protocol. He started giving me aspirin, and I knew right then and there that I was being treated for a heart attack. Little did I know that about 5 minutes later, while I was still in my driveway, I would go into full cardiac arrest in the back of the ambulance. I went into pulseless VTAC, and I was brought out of it, and then I was about to go back into cardiac arrest. And at that point, the paramedic said to me, I'm so sorry. He said, I need to convert you now, and I don't have time to sedate you. So I was cardioverted at 100 joules while I was conscious. It was quite an experience, but it saved my life. It's extremely important for people to learn CPR and how to use a defibrillator, and in fact it became such a passion for me that I left corporate America after my heart attack and I became an EMT, and I joined our volunteer ambulance corps. I also became a CPR instructor and an EKG certified technician, and I'm also a motivational speaker and an educator. And the reason for this is because of that very reason. Wanting to get the education out, wanting to get the word out, so that more people would feel empowered, that they can do something should they see somebody go down in cardiac arrest.